And welcome to the Audiophile Barista's weekly vlog number 98. Yes, we're almost at 100. This is the vlog where I talk about coffee, audio and other things that keep me busy. So let's make some coffee and let me show you something new that I got. Over here, today is an easy one. You put some ice cubes in a glass. You put in some cold brew coffee. Remember, this contraption is the one that I used to make this cold brew coffee. And what you do is you just put a little bit in there. Not too much. This is coming straight from the fridge. And some water. And this makes for a wonderful drink on warm days, because it is nice and cold. So this is going back into the fridge. And let's put this to the sides. Okay, today there's something new that I want to show you. Let me drink some more coffee. Remember, some time ago I said I have this envelope, there is some money in there, and because I was thinking that you guys might get a little bit bored with watching my stuff over and over again, I thought maybe it's a good idea to have some new stuff over here every now and then. I got myself a little budget, and every now and then I try to find on Marktplaats or Craigslist, trying to find some interesting devices and show them to you. Now, the first time I tried this was for a quad electrostat. That thing was too big, and I got the feeling when I was listening to it at the seller's house that it wasn't working properly, so I didn't do it. Another one that I didn't tell you about was a Laban integrated power amp, a tube amp, one that I always wanted to have, but in the way that the communication with the seller, which was on the other side of the country, so I couldn't go and have a look at it, the way the seller was communicating, I did not really know if I could trust it, so I did not trust him. But now I got something, and it is a loudspeaker. It is from Totem. You may know that Canadian brand Totem. They make wonderful loudspeakers. Years and years ago, I had one to audition here in my own living room. The Arrow, a floor standing model, and now I have a bookshelf model, which is the Totem Mite. This wonderful little loudspeaker that you see over here. This is a tiny loudspeaker, and yet it has a very mature sound. This is real wood veneer. Build quality is very nice. There are no grills in front of the loudspeakers. This is how you buy them. These are built wonderful. They have quite a nice weight to them. And if we look at the rear, let's see, it's a little bit dark. Maybe on the other one you will see, but there is a port over there. It says impedance 8 ohms. It is a recommended power of 20 to 80 watts, and it doesn't say on the loudspeaker, but this is an 87 dB sensitivity loudspeaker. As you can see here, it has double binding posts. Let's see if the other loudspeaker is a bit better to see. Maybe have a little bit more light over here. Not really. Let me change the light settings on this thing. Is this better? Yes. So here you see the port, a little bass port on the rear of the loudspeaker. As you can see, it has double binding posts, so you can B-amp or B-wire them. I just have these little bridges on there. These came, you know, my loudspeaker cable, the Van de Hole, from this same loudspeaker cable. When I bought this one, I also got it with 2 pairs of these little bridges. And I never had a use for them because I don't have any loudspeakers with double binding posts, or I've never used them. But this finally gave me an opportunity to use them. And why don't you have the Van de Hul cable in there also? Well, I had that for some time when I was using my ITOS amplifiers, because the Van de Hul loudspeakers, they have bananas on one side but they have spades on the other side. And at this moment I am playing the Totem Mite from this quad amp and they don't take spades, so I had to change the loudspeaker cable. This is from Cord. It's working just fine. The reason I'm not using the ITOS, because unfortunately these will have to go back in for repair. They make too much noise. I did connect them to the Mite loudspeakers because my Auxiliars have such a high sensitivity that every noise that is coming from the system will be audible through the loudspeakers. So I thought maybe if I take a loudspeaker that has much less sensitivity, maybe the noise is not so much audible, but well, it turned out to be wishful thinking. So I'm now playing it from the quad, and I think because the ITOS, they are playing, they just make a lot of noise. But if you turn up the music and it goes over the noise floor, they play beautifully. But still, I think the match with these little loudspeakers was not optimal. I tried this one. This is just a Marantz PM66 special edition. And my guess is, you know, I've been listening to this loudspeaker only for a few days, but my guess is that a transistor amplifier is a better match than a tube amplifier. And the guy that I bought them from was using a amplifier that he had built himself, a 8-watt Class A amplifier, and they made a very nice match. So this is just a two-way, and the fact that you can actually bi-amp or bi-wire them tells you something about how serious these guys were in building this loudspeaker. Now this loudspeaker was some 1000, and in this wood finish I believe it was some 1100 euros when it came out new. Now these came out somewhere around 2005, somewhere around 2005. So I don't know from which year these are, but they look beautiful, they sound beautiful. They are, let me take a step back, they are really tiny loudspeakers. Over there you see the Q-Acoustics that I'm trying to sell. Unfortunately this model is still on the market and for sale at the moment, so the price that I want for it is a little bit close to the price that is on offer now, new in the store. So I guess that's also a reason why it's not going so fast. But anyways, I like to sell them, so my budget, remember the envelope, my budget stays about the same. I think I had these for a very nice price. They didn't came with these stands, but I still had these stands, the Partington stands. And this is what I wanted to show you from this little loudspeaker that I'm very happy with. Of course, you want to hear something. Let me try and give you some very short pieces so I won't get demonetized on this video. Okay, so I had to change the setup a little bit. Short pieces. This is from the Audiophile Barista playlist. If you have not seen that video yet, take a look. I made a playlist on TIDAL with some tracks that are musically interesting and also with good sound quality, but also not the very common audiophile tracks that everybody uses and knows. Our bodies are hurting like hell. So I'm sorry guys, I really have to keep it. Let's see what I have for you. Okay, so I played this last number a little bit longer. I'm not sure how I'm going to edit it yet. Just leave some pieces blank, or I don't know. By now that you are looking at this video, you know what I've decided in order to make sure that it doesn't get demonetized. And this last song, because the strengths of this little loudspeaker are voices are very nice. And the bass is very nice. Now these go only down until 50 Hertz, so 50 Hertz to 20,000 Hertz, that's the range. And I like the bass very much. It doesn't go low, but it's also not one of those bass constructions that is too much forced. So there is a strong bass for the amount of bass that there is in the music. It's not being blown up, it's very realistic, and it has a nice punch to it. So a review sometime later will come, but this is my new baby and I want to share it with you. Maybe, last thing for today, maybe you saw this passing by. My girlfriend told me last week, you know, exactly 1 year ago I started with this project where I had to clean this loudspeaker and put on new surrounds, as you can see. And she said, you know what, you are almost coming up to 100 vlogs. Wouldn't it be nice if at the 100th vlog this thing would be ready? So I am doing it. It's here. So every now and then I can move on with cleaning the last part of it, make sure that everything is clean so the surrounds can be glued on there. So this is my project. This is vlog number 98, and at vlog 100, so in 2 weeks, I hope I can show you the finished version of this. And I've got 2 of them, of course. So that is, yes, that is what I wanted to share with you today. Temperature outside in Rotterdam is actually pretty nice. It is a bit windy, it is a bit cloudy, but today is a pretty good day. Today is Friday, so I'm wishing you a happy weekend. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.